downtown Tifton. It's the Rhythm and Ribs Barbecue Festival Preview Show.
Hey South Georgia, I'm in a city super special to my heart, Tifton, of course, for the 11th annual Rhythm and Ribs Festival. We're going to be bringing you a preview of everything you can expect this weekend, and kickoff is just a little over 24 hours away. So I'm joined now by two people and two faces that you will definitely see all weekend at Rhythm and Ribs. And I want to start by asking about the kickoff event that's going to be happening, the party under the pines that's going to get it all started Friday night. Tell me what we can expect.
Yes, we are so excited to be back to our favorite weekend of the year. So this weekend is going to be the biggest weekend in town. But it'll kick off at 6 o'clock on Friday evening, and we'll have our annual kickoff party from 6 to 10. And the vendors will be open. There'll be lots of food. The bars will be open. And we will end the night with our big headliner for Friday night is Granville.
Okay,
so we're super excited to have them with us this year.
Yeah, we love covering Granville. We do a lot with them over in Albany, of course, some local hometown boys, so that's exciting for them for sure. So Friday night kind of gets everything started, but then the full rundown of fun is on Saturday. What can people expect about the festival as a whole? How many vendors like Three Beards Barbecue are going to be there?
Yes. We have over 150 vendors this year, which is crazy. Our park is absolutely packed. We could not fit anybody else in there. So we're really excited about the vendors, and we'll have all types of shopping, all kinds of food. We're going to have a dog show, some carnival rides, some kids entertainment, music all day long. So there's something for everybody in the family to do, and it'll be a really fun day.
It really does sound like it. So obviously music and food are the two headliners of this event. And so we'd be remiss, we talked a little bit about the music. Let's move to the food now. So Three Beards, just one of many vendors, but what makes you guys stand out and what keeps you coming back year after year to Rhythm and Ribs?
It's just a great time for the whole community to come together. I mean, we do festivals all over South Georgia, and this is by far our favorite one because it's hometown.
Home, yeah.
And we don't have to travel that far. But I mean, egg rolls, nachos, barbecue fries, barbecue sundaes, all the good stuff.
It sounds like, again, something for everyone. Even if barbecue sandwiches aren't your thing, you guys have reimagined barbecue. What's it like being a barbecue business, especially in South Georgia?
It's hard. It's hard, but it's not, because you have to have good barbecue in South Georgia.
Because we know what's legit, right?
Nobody's coming back by.
Right. Yeah.
And we try to mix it up at our restaurant. We do burgers and Phillies and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I definitely have to keep things fresh. And so, like you said, the pressure's on a little bit because this is your hometown. Do people come in to your business and say, hey, we stopped by Rhythm and Ribs, this was great, we had to make a trip back?
Yeah, they have before. I mean, and then we see a lot of people at the restaurant that we see at Rhythm and Ribs just because it's a small, close community and everybody supports everybody in that kind of way.
Well, I love that. So tell me, you mentioned a couple of the menu items that will be on the menu this weekend. Anything special that you guys are going to be doing for Rhythm and Ribs, or anything that people absolutely have to try?
Strawberry cheesecake egg roll.
Okay, now I did not expect you to say that. So tell me what does that encompass? Because I was thinking you were going to say barbecue. So tell me about it.
We'll have plenty of barbecue, but our strawberry, we'll use fresh strawberries and fresh cheesecake. We wrap them in an egg roll, then we deep fry them, and then put powdered sugar on them.
And so how many trips around the festival does it take to work off one of those egg rolls? It sounds like a lot.
You probably go to the new park they built and come back around and get another one.
Well, there's going to be a lot to do as people are walking around. So where can they find information of what not to miss, where the vendors are going to be set up around the grounds, all that important information?
So there'll be two different kind of main information tents. It'll be the Think Tifton tent, and then a special thing that we're going to debut this weekend that we're calling Captain, and you'll just have to come out and find out what that is. But both of those will be found around the main stage, and they'll both be full of information that can tell you where the vendors are and where you need to get your wristband or where to buy tickets to ride the rides. All that you can find in those tents.
Awesome. Well, guys, make sure you definitely go and find Three Beards Barbecue. And if you have any questions about what to enjoy throughout the weekend, find that Think Tifton tent. Well, after the break, everybody, we've talked a little bit about barbecue, but we're going to talk to some of the champions of the barbecue competitions and some of the backyard competition cook teams. So make sure you stay with us to meet last year's champion and see if they're going to bring it home again this year. We'll have to find out.
It's time to party under the pines with live music, shopping, barbecue, and more. The Rhythm and Ribs Barbecue Festival is back. Live music with Travis Denning, The Grass is Dead, and many more. Plus, more entertainment from the Disconnected K9s. Fun for the whole family on Saturday, March 2nd from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with a kickoff party from 6 to 10 p.m. on Friday night featuring Granville. It's the Rhythm and Ribs Barbecue Festival, March 1st and 2nd at Fullwood Park in Tifton. Find us on Facebook or visit TiftonRibsFest.com.
Well, I can promise all of you watching one thing. Fullwood Park will never smell as good as it will this weekend because there's going to be so many teams competing for the backyard competition cook contest where they're going to try to bring home the gold again because glory, glory to Old Porky. You guys have won twice and you're looking for that third trophy. Tell me, how long have you guys known each other, been cooking together? How's this dynamic duo kind of happen?
Well, I guess we've known each other for 10 plus years now. Donald's actually my father-in-law.
Well, that's it. Well, there you go. That's one way to get some good brownie points with the father-in-law, just cooking some good barbecue, right? So
There you go.
Tell me about the competition. You guys have won twice. You're looking for that third-time championship. What goes into preparing to win?
A lot of R&D. We've cooked several times leading up to this weekend. A lot of food prep. Trying to get the perfect food to turn in.
So, okay, tell me this. You've done this how many years together so far as competing in Tifton at Rhythm and Ribs?
Ever since 2017.
And you've won twice. So what was it about the last 2 years that just put you guys over the top?
I think it's being consistent over all three categories.
Okay.
You have chicken, pulled pork, and ribs. And I think it's important to place top 10 in each of those categories to get enough points to be grand champion. And there's 35 teams, so it can be pretty tough.
Yeah, that's some pretty stiff competition. So what is it about this competition, though, that keeps you guys interested and coming back? What's it, what stands out about it, I guess?
It's local and it's fun. It's a great atmosphere, just a great place to have a contest like this. And so for us, we kind of look forward to it and get up for it, every year that, hey, we get to go do this again.
Yeah. We know a lot of the guys that are competing, so year in, year out. So it's just kind of like you're out there with your buddies having fun.
And I know you guys can't give away your secrets because you don't want the competition to be cued in, but tell me, what is it about your recipes that stand out? What do you do that's a little bit unique?
Teamwork.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can disclose everything, but
yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of R&D, a lot of trial and error. My wife and mother-in-law are our biggest critics, so we like to cook for them and get that feedback and go from there.
So tell me about the team name. How'd you guys come up with that? Was that a collaborative effort as well?
So we're actually big Georgia football fans, and my wife actually came up with the name kind of in honor of the Georgia fight song, Glory, Glory to Old Georgia. So that's kind of, we added in the Porky just for the barbecue part.
Yeah, you had to stay on brand, right? Well, I think it works for sure. So when you hear Glory, Glory to Old Porky being called out for one of these awards, what does that feel like? I want both of you to tell me that.
Surprise a little bit, because you really don't know until the very end. Again, there's 34 other teams that are vying for that grand championship, but it's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling because it's basically what you've been working on for really the last week, getting everything together and being prepared for that. But it's also one of those things that where you're on top of the mountain. It's really cool. We're just blessed that we're able to do it, and we really enjoy it.
And so what's the competition like with the other 34 teams? Like you said, you know a lot of these people. What's the atmosphere like when the alarm starts for the competition?
I would say Friday night is a lot more laid back. Everybody's getting set up. You're starting to cook. The smoke's starting to gather in the park. But then Saturday morning before daylight, it starts to get really intense. You have your cooking times. You have to make sure you're hitting your deadlines when your meat's got to be turned in and all. So I would say definitely tense Saturday.
Yeah, because it's an hours-long process. About how long does it take for you guys to have your meat done and ready for judging?
It depends on what you're doing. I would say chicken probably takes the least amount of time. Then you got ribs. When your pulled pork, your Boston butt, that's going to take anywhere from 6 to 8, 10 hours, depending on how long and how fast you want to cook it.
So it's late nights and early mornings, but definitely worth it. So tell me, we're just hours away from, again, when all of this is going to be starting. How are you feeling right now?
I don't know. I practiced at the house last weekend. Still got a few little tweaks to make, but we'll do our best and see kind of where the chips may fall.
It's just one of those things that you really never know. But you go into it, with optimism, number one, because we enjoy doing it. But, I can't sit here and say, oh, we're going to do it again, because you never know. You have a lot of really good barbecue chefs out there, and everybody's competing for the same thing. So it's fun.
Absolutely.
It's a great time.
Well, may the best team win, everybody. And again, it's all in good fun and for good food. And so that's what's really important here. Well, after the break, we're going to be talking about some of the people that make this festival possible. And that is the sponsors that team up with Tifton to put on this event. So after the break, we're going to meet a couple of those, talk with them about what really makes this festival special. So stick with us until after the break.
We use Safe Air. I know Safe Air. That's my company.
That's my company.
That's my company.
That's my company.
Here at Safe Air, we're not just any company, we're your company. So call the best. Call Safe Air.
Right now, get payments as low as $89 a month for a new comfort system.
That's my company.
It's time to party under the pines with live music, shopping, barbecue, and more. The Rhythm&Ribs Barbecue Festival is back. Live music with Travis Denning, The Grass is Dead, and many more. Plus, more entertainment from the disconnected K9s. Fun for the whole family on Saturday, March 2nd from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with a kickoff party from 6 to 10 p.m. on Friday night featuring Granville. It's the Rhythm&Ribs Barbecue Festival, March 1st and 2nd at Fullwood Park in Tifton. Find us on Facebook or visit TiftonRibsFest.com.
Thanks for hanging around, everyone. So obviously, everything in Tifton this weekend is going to be jam-packed with fun, food, and music, but none of it would be possible, of course, without the city of Tifton and the sponsors that make this event really tick. And I'm going to look down at my paper here because I definitely don't want to mess this up. Curtis Packing Company, Stripling's General Store, Ace Hardware of Tifton, just a few of the many locations that are going to be sponsoring this event. Tell me what this means to you, Tom, and your locations to be able to sponsor something like Rhythm&Ribs.
Sure. This is a huge event. It's a regional event, and particularly with Curtis Packing Company, we have a regional reach. We service customers all over the area with meat products and cooking products, food products. And our store here in Tifton also. And then with Stripling's, we do a lot more of the high-end gourmet products, a lot of Georgia-grown items. Great location off Exit 64 here in Tifton that you can stop in and get gas, get some food on the go, and then pick up your groceries for your trip. So we've got a lot of all of it. And at Ace Hardware, we can sell you the grill and lots of different spices and whatever you need to hook up your cooking trailer. So we do all that there. But really, as much as anything, Rhythm&Ribs is a cultural experience, and food here in South Georgia speaks to our culture, and we just hope to be part of that.
Absolutely. So as a returning sponsor, this is something that all of your locations have continued to support throughout the years. What is it about Rhythm and Ribs that is beneficial to a business in a location to consider sponsoring next year?
Sure. Well, people are coming from all over, and this is home, so we really want to represent our home, and the businesses that are here, should take center stage. So I'm not stepping out of the way so somebody can sponsor a Tifton event here.
Right.
So, we really, we think it should be hometown, and we're going to guard that.
Definitely in your backyard for sure, and something that you have a presence at on Saturday and Friday as far as vending with Rhythm and Ribs. What can people expect when Stripling's is there and vending in Fullwood Park?
Yeah, so we'll be out there and have a space. Stripling's will be cooking some delicious food that you can grab on the go.
Okay.
And eat while you're out walking around. We'll have some things from Ace Hardware. We do a lot with disc golf, so we're going to have some stuff out there represented from Ace also. And it looks like, talking to a lot of the backyard folks and even some of the pros, we're selling our a lot of food from Curtis Packing to the cookers themselves. So we really feel like we're part of this event at its core.
Yeah, definitely touching each of the things, each of the ingredients, I guess you could say, that make the event tick. So obviously, like you said, this is a local event and your stores are still going to be here after the festival has wrapped and is over. What do you hope people know that are watching this about supporting local and Georgia grown, as you mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, look, this is what makes us tick. And when we do business with each other, that money goes, circles around us time and time again. You can do business with companies from outside of your area, and that money leaves here and it's gone forever. So look out for the locals and stick together. It'll matter to your business too.
Absolutely. And so what is the camaraderie like between all of the vendors that are there on Friday and Saturday? Obviously, you're all from here. Some people are coming in from out of town, but that local feeling kind of and that energy is felt throughout Fullwood.
Yeah, I think so. I think, food is a collaborative kind of thing. It's pretty friendly. I've been in the food business all my life, and people share, work with each other and steal each other's ideas and try to replicate. So it's a real collaboration, and that's where the unique things come from.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we've talked about all the ingredients that it takes to make this festival happen. Obviously, the sponsors, the vendors, the food, and we've still got to talk about the music. So after the break, one of the headlining performers of Rhythm and Ribs is going to be joining me back in the studio to talk to you about what you can expect from his lineup and his music rundown. So make sure you don't go anywhere because Travis Denning is on the other side of this break.
Did you know that 1 in 8 adults have some form of hearing loss that can be treated with hearing aids? I'm Ralph Jackson, and I can help you hear the world again.
Are you tired of missing out on the sounds of life? Don't miss life's important moments. With crystal clear sound and unmatched comfort, hearing aids from Ralph Jackson can get you hearing again.
Rediscover the joy of hearing. Call now for a free hearing consultation. Ralph Jackson Hearing Aid Service.
Welcome back, South Georgia. And speaking of warm welcomes, Tifton is getting ready to welcome a country singer to perform at the Rhythm and Ribs Festival that has quite a good following here in South Georgia. I'm joined now by Travis Denning. He's going to tell us a little bit about the set he's going to be performing, what people can be expecting from his performances, and why he is so excited to be in Tifton in South Georgia for Rhythm and Ribs. So Travis, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. We're looking forward to getting back down to South Georgia and, going to Asahi, the best, best fast hibachi there is, and then get some ribs for dinner, hitting all the good Tifton spots. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Icons in the Tifton community you just mentioned there. So obviously the Tifton community is ready for you to be here and perform, of course, under the South Georgia Pines. Can you tell us a little bit about your music and what your journey through the industry has been like for people that maybe haven't ever heard of Travis Denning before?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Warner Robins, Georgia, and I've been, up in Nashville for the past 10 years. It's so crazy. Last year had been 5 years since the release of my debut single. You know, it's just wild to look back on those times. I mean, the successes and the fun and all those things. And, you know, I've had a hit along the way on the radio and some hits on streaming and stuff of that nature. And I've just been so blessed and fortunate to live the life that I've lived and tour and see the world and through the lens of playing music. And yeah, I'm looking forward to, you know, playing some music in a place I know very well. I've played many shows in Tifton and in South Georgia. This will be a little unique. I mean, I'll have a lot of songs I'm playing that are going to be off of my full-length album that's coming out May 24th called Roads That Go Nowhere. So it's exciting, you know. It's just the set list is going to reflect a new chapter of my life, and I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. So obviously you are on a major tour through 2024. You have a lot going on, but you know, taking the time to come to Tifton, people are really excited about what can they expect from those performances during Rhythm and Ribs.
Oh, we keep the energy at an all-time high. We like to kick the teeth in, proverbially, not physically, and we like to rock and roll and stuff, and just high energy country music. And nobody has more fun than the boys on stage. So they're gonna experience a fun time and a lot of fun guitar-driven country music.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, Travis will be on the stage in Tifton this Saturday at 8:30 p.m. And the best part is that it is free admission. You definitely don't want to miss it. Travis, anything you want to say to the people before we go to a quick break?
Man, just can't wait to see y'all. Looking forward to some ribs and country music, man, and being back in my home state for a show. Really looking forward to it. And I hope you guys bring the energy, because we definitely will.
Absolutely. Well, Travis, looking forward to seeing you in Tifton this weekend, and of course for that music to be coming out soon here in 2024. Maybe we'll even be able to see each other on your tour throughout the United States. That'd be awesome. All right, everybody, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
It's time to party under the pines with live music, shopping, barbecue, and more. The Rhythm and Ribs Barbecue Festival is back. Live music with Travis Denning, The Grass is Dead, and many more. Plus, more entertainment from the Disconnected K9s. Fun for the whole family on Saturday, March 2nd from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with a kickoff party from 6 to 10 p.m. on Friday night featuring Granville. It's the Rhythm and Ribs Barbecue Festival, March 1st and 2nd at Fullwood Park in Tifton. Find us on Facebook or visit TiftonRibsFest.com.
Welcome back, South Georgia. So we kind of got a little ahead of ourselves. We started with the grand finale when we were talking about music with Travis Denning, who you guys just heard from. But I want to go back because music is going to be all throughout this weekend in Fullwood Park. Who else can we expect as far as that talent that's going to be taking the stage?
Absolutely. So we have music from 10 to 10 on Saturday and from 6 to 10 on Friday. So Friday night we'll kick it off with Heart of Pine. So they're a little southern bluesy rock, but with a little country thrown in there. Granville will end out the night on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have America's Most Wanted, which is a good mix of country and rock. We have Bonnie Blue, which is more bluesy jazz. And then we have Beautiful Bobby Blackman, which is more soul. And then Grass is Dead, which is a Grateful Dead tribute. And then to wrap up the night will be Travis. So we're really excited about that.
It sounds like a lot of the things throughout the weekend, there's something for everybody, whether you're more country, more blues, or you like a little bit of some kind of mix of that. Definitely enjoyable for all. And this is a family event, so the music will reflect that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we want everybody to bring out their family. We love to see kids dancing around the main stage area, but wrapping up the night, you know, that stage area does get really crowded to see Travis.
Oh, I bet so. So we've talked about the food and some of the competitions as far as the amateur competition, but there's also going to be some pros here in town competing as far as the barbecue competition world goes. What does that look like, and how is it different than the backyard competition?
So we are a Georgia Barbecue Association sanctioned event, so that's the professional side of it. And we've got about 30 professional teams that will be coming in, and they will be on one side of the park and the backyard's kind of on another side. And they will be judged by GBA judges that have been trained specifically, you know, for that. So it's a little bit different than our backyard competition that just uses local folks who love barbecue.
Right.
So those teams will come in and they will compete in pork loin, ribs, and pulled pork. And we'll be giving over $15,000 away in total prize money between the two competitions. So we're really excited to have all those teams back. They really do enjoy coming and partying under the pines with us. It's in a good atmosphere, and they're great people. It's like a family.
Definitely sounds that way. So earlier we also spoke about some of the local impact that this event has on like the sponsors and the vendors, obviously that foot traffic, people coming through enjoying their products. But what does it mean for Tifton and the economic development in the area specifically for this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. So a big part of our job is working with Tifton Tourism. That's our job. Our hotels are full. Our Airbnbs are full with people coming into this event from Buffalo, New York to Miami, Florida. So we see that impact. Of course, with some of our local vendors, they see that, and then they get those followers and they gain those people that want to come back and see them every year. Back in 2022, we gained national coverage. So we see those people coming in. But from our local standpoint, this is a weekend that people look forward to every year. And we do too. We have about 30,000 people that we hope to see in Fullwood Park this weekend. So it's just that weekend that everybody looks forward to.
Yeah, and so with 30,000 people, there is a lot of logistics that go into pulling off an event like this. What do people need to know about parking, tickets, the armbands? Like you said, there are going to be rides. Walk me through kind of the pertinent information to make sure this weekend flows smoothly for people coming in to visit.
Absolutely.
So as far as parking goes, you know, the event is held at Fullwood Park, so you can't park anywhere inside of the park, and some of the roads directly next to the park will be closed, but after that, it's really just kind of first come, first serve, you know, as far on the streets. Any parking areas that are around, or most of them are public lots, so, you know, just you can find you a parking spot, and there will be some golf cart shuttles that are running from those lots to the park, so you can easily get up there and be safe.
Sure, and so there's no fee to enter the park, just to participate in some of the fun with the armbands, and then obviously to support the vendors. What forms of payment do people need to have for the weekend prepared?
I always tell people to bring cash, just in case those vendors only take cash, which we do have some food vendors that do, but we do have 2 ATMs on site.
Nice.
And with the armbands, that's just to drink alcohol on the premises. So we will have 5 bars out and about. But also we have tickets, and we will have a Ferris wheel and a merry-go-round on Friday night for $5 a piece, and that's cash, Venmo, for people to get those tickets to participate in that kind of stuff. So you won't just be partying under the pines, you'll be amongst the pines on that Ferris wheel too.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. So obviously you said people from all over are going to be coming out to enjoy this. What's one final message you have for people that are maybe still on the fence about coming out to participate?
Free admission is always a big thing. Yeah. We do want to mention we're rain or shine. Okay. You know, right now the weather's calling for a few showers, but that's okay. It's not going to dampen the day or the weekend. We will still have a lot of fun. Like we mentioned earlier, we've got the disconnected canines that'll be there for the kids. Will really enjoy seeing, you know, the trick dog shows.
Oh yeah.
We've got a guy called the Pied Piper that will have some percussion activities. Nice. We will also have some free activities for kids as well. So there really is a family fun day.
Definitely. Doesn't sound like there'd be anything better to do in South Georgia this weekend than to come out and enjoy all of the fun vendors and setups that they're going to have here in Tifton. And of course, I mean, if you're not here for the music, you're here for the food. If you're not here for the rhythms, you are here for the ribs. So we'll see you in Tifton this weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm Jamie Worsley for WALB, your hometown news source.